Hey everyone, it's Mindy Hahne, the Midwest premier sports handicapper, coming to you from TonySpix.com and the half of the morning show duo, The Morning Steam with Ramon Scott. But hope you enjoy this free pick video from our show. Be sure to click in the link in the description for our best bets. Now here is the pick.
The Kentucky Wildcats, the Kansas State Wildcat. What? The
Huh?
Wildcats?
Wildcats?
The Wildcats? I'll take the Wildcats.
Are we taking the purple Wildcats or the blue Wildcats?
Kentucky a 3-point favorite here. The total 144.
I'm taking the blue Wildcats today. I'm taking this Kentucky team. I like how they played first game out here. I have them winning by about 5 points. I think it's still going to be close. All of these, I think, probably will be here today. Kentucky is 5-0 versus teams with winning records there. I think they just have the better offense in this matchup. Going Kentucky, -3.
Might be a cheap number for Kentucky. Kansas State has done a very nice job here. They've also gotten the money this season at a pretty good rate as well. Let's see what the chat's up to in this one. And see here, because I see Thomas has Kentucky. TJ wants the under today. Wow. I want the under in almost every game, but I'm wondering about this one a little bit. Here's James
only 2
Stewart.
overs yesterday. That was
Thanks,
it. Just 2.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, James. Great to have you here with some comments today.
Still can't believe Kansas just totally gave it away, missing free throws. Goodness.
Yeah, I made a comment to you, Mindy. I didn't know, but there were an average of 1.2 fouls per minute called in the Kansas game. There were 48 fouls
Oh my
in
God.
40 minutes. The referees did a lot of work. Hope they're probably sleeping in today. Hello to Solo here. Looks like Walk This Way might have a parlay going on. Moneyline Mills. He's on the money line. Of course he is.
Yes, of course.
All right, Mindy. I kind of want to be on Kentucky. Let me just make sure. I want to see what the chat. There's definitely mixed response, I think, here in the chat in this one. Man, it's a high total, isn't it, for what's going on, you guys?
It kind of seems like
Look what
it.
Reese just said. I mean, every game's going under. How can this game sit there right now at 144 and a half? And look at look at these totals
No
today.
one hit 140 yesterday. No one.
And look at these. I mean, am I reading a regular season? I'm just looking at the list here. 145, 149, 151, 144, 145, and 156. Is that really going to happen here today, you guys? Gosh, I don't know. I've got the under in this one.
Right.
Look, these are two teams that totally go over. I'm not going against what's going on here. What happens here, Mindy? When I look at, I know you're involved in totals. You've been watching these NCAA games. You get to 9 minutes left in the game, and the total's right. You're like, I don't know where this total, or you don't, it's going to go under. But I mean, you're like, well, it's pacing, kind of right on the total, I guess. You look up, there's 3 minutes left. There's been like 10 points scored in 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's been crazy, especially like how we're getting where, the first 5 minutes, they'll be averaging okay, right? Like you say. And then you're going from that 5 to 10 minute mark and they go 4 or 5 minutes without scoring. Like I've not seen anything like it. Like I can't remember a time when scoring's been so off. I mean, even for a team like I know Maryland's they're playing Alabama, and I know that they have, higher or the better defensive efficiencies, but still only putting up like 58 points. When you average well into the 70s and 80s, it's kind of bizarre to me. I mean, I can maybe see if you're, 10 points off average, but I mean, these teams are being 20, 30 points off average overall. It's just crazy.
And is it with today's teams, are these teams so good that all of a sudden all these games are going to revert back to regular. It doesn't seem like it, you guys.
I can't put my finger on it. What's causing it? You
Well,
know,
again, I mean, one thing that does happen, I
pressure.
know you know this, but I mean, and I know that you're generalizing it and kind of making it a talking point, and I'll expand on it. I mean, we know when we go into these bigger arenas, right? Now, granted, some of these are big programs, they play in larger arenas, so I don't always give that a lot of credence. It might be just a talking point, but sometimes when you have these teams that do play in gyms, right, especially some of these mid majors and everything, but they're able to hold their own here right now a little bit. When you talk about Princeton, you're talking about FDU. I mean, FDU looks like a barn where they play, so, but it didn't bother them. So, hey, I want to say hello and welcome to Theo Green here today. He'll say just take the under. He can't figure out the Wildcats. The
Right.
Kentucky Wild. Make it clear. And Scotch has it right too. Defense, everyone's stepping up the defense. You're meeting guys out there with the ball. And, and also, oh, you know how it gets at the end of the game. Oh, choky, and but then the foul fest is not even. There were a couple of games yesterday to talk about. There were a couple that snuck over because of the foul fest a little bit on some of the lower totals. So Thomas Lewis, Kansas State. I'll go under. My notes right here. It says, I mean, points to the fact that these two teams are, kind of over teams. But I see these.
Right.
James talking about the NIT. They got home courts there, right? All right, let's keep going. Mindy on Kentucky, and I'm on the under.
Perfect. So thanks for watching, and make sure you get over to the Tony'sPicks.com website right now and check out our All Cappers tab where you can purchase some of our own personal picks. And be sure to go ahead and use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20%. Okay, have fun. Watch another video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.